Dear brothers and sisters in our ever-loving Jesus Christ, today's video is a special one to introduce a magnificent book that has just been released in English, also available in Spanish, French, and German. The Extraordinary Adventure of Lucas in the Divine Will. It's a story written by Catherine Lavoie from the French website Carrefour de la Divine Volonté and illustrated by Rolande Santiago. I strongly encourage you to visit the French youth section if you read French. It will be wonderful to discover the divine will. It's perhaps a particularly engaging and inspiring way for children to learn. I'll let you discover that for yourself. In this video, I won't reveal the whole storyline, of course. The goal is for you to have the book, but I'll read you the first chapter and a short excerpt from later in the story. The first chapter is entitled Carlo Acutis. Lucas is a little boy who every day tries to think of Jesus and Mary when he gets up in the morning, to thank them for the new day that is beginning. But sometimes he forgets. Sometimes he has to get up quickly because he is late and does not think about it. Sometimes, as soon as he opens his eyes, he turns to the picture of the Holy Family in his room and takes the time to recite a beautiful prayer from his heart. Lucas looked at his clock to check the time, and it was 7:04 a.m. Excellent! I'll have time to play with my toy cars before breakfast, he thought as he slowly sat up in bed. A ray of sunlight happened to peer gently through the curtains of his room. Lucas immediately thought of God. My prayer, he whispered, so as not to wake up his 6-year-old brother Tim, who was still sleeping. He went on to take one of the pictures of the saints and blessed, cluttered on his bedside table, and pressed it tenderly to his heart without looking at it. Then, half opening his eyes, he saw that it was Saint Carlo Acutis. Now, let's open the book to chapter 9, titled Divine Acts, and I'll read you a short excerpt from this scene where Jesus speaks to Lucas. Lucas, listen to me well. Here is a very important teaching that you're now able to understand. When you do an act immersed in the divine will, it goes straight to the throne of God. Just as each star has its place under the vault of the heavens, each act has its place. But which ones are those that set out on the royal road as property of the celestial fatherland and take the most honorable places and give divine glory to their Creator? The acts done in my will. The discourse continues, but I won't go any further here. This is, in fact, an excerpt from the Book of Heaven, as presented in these pages. Lucas is a charming child with genuine reactions, sweet innocence, and a quick wit that works wonders. You'll see as you read. The story allows both children and adults to discover or revisit the foundations of life in the divine will. An interesting feature is that after the story, there's a glossary explaining all the more difficult words for children, as well as a vocabulary specific to the divine will, such as prevenient act, actual act, fiat, sanctification, and theological terms like immaculate conception, sin, faculties of the soul, etc. At the very end, there are also challenges proposed for children. So, I wholeheartedly and warmly recommend this book, available on Amazon and approved by Father Gabriel Marie Tichon, theologian and president of the Association Luisa Picareta in France. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Et pour être franc, je me réjouis de recevoir mon exemplaire tout bientôt. Merci beaucoup, à bientôt. Soyez bénis.